So each month you have to show that you have this amount, which is one. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're joining me for the very first time, my name is Fajira. I'm so happy to have you in my beautiful family. And for my returning subscribers, I want to say thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate. And if you're here and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do not forget to hit on that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload my video, you will be the #1 person to watch that video. So guys, like I said in my last video, that I was going to do a research on what you need to have in your bank account before you apply for your student visa. So I have done the research and I am here to share exactly the figure you need to have in your bank account before you will apply for your UK visa for international students. So if you're someone who is interested in this content, please make sure you watch this video right to the end, because I've got a lot of useful information for you. Thank you. So let's quickly dive right into the video. So during my research, one of the things I found out is you can actually apply for your UK visa as international students 6 months prior to your assumption. So it's not like you have to wait very closer to the time before you apply for your visa. And so in course of my research, studying in London, the living expenses in London is really high, and the amounts you need to have in your account studying in London is quite different from when you're studying outside London. Based on my research, I found out that for you to study in London, you need to have £1,334 in your account for 9 months. So each month you have to show that you have this amount, which is £1,334 for 9 months. So when you have shown the proof that you are able to manage yourself for 9 months by showing that you have £1,334 each month. So on that note, once they see that you have the amount to show that you can take care of yourself, your visa will be granted. And when I checked the equivalent in Naira, I found out that £1,334 for each month for those studying in London, like central London, is equivalent to 1,500,000 Naira. £1 to Naira was 750, and I calculated £1,334 times 750. It gave me 1,500,000 Naira. So you have to show that 1,500,000 Naira. So for 9 months. So if you're watching and you are in a different country, just convert what pounds is. So the rate is £1,334 for those who are studying in London. So convert it to your currency and know how much it is. So this is what you have to show if you're studying in central London, that you can actually be able to take care of yourself for your visa to be granted. And you have to have this money in your account for 28 days. I mean 28 days, to show that this money has been in your account for 28 days without withdrawing any amount from it. You could have more in your account and you can withdraw, but if you just exactly the £1,334 times 9, or 1,500,000 Naira times 9, don't touch your account. Make sure you leave it for that 28 days. No matter how difficult things are, try not to touch it, because if you go to withdraw even 1,000 Naira from it and it brings it down, it will have a great impact on your visa. You may be refused your visa. So make sure that if you have that exact amount, that exact amount is left in your account. This is when you're studying in central London. I also check when you're studying outside London, which is quite cheaper than studying in central London, because the living expenses outside London is quite cheap compared to living in central London. So based on my research, I found out that if you're studying outside London, you will need to show £1,023 a month. So £1,023 for those who are studying outside London is not really much, because you can actually get a house for £450, which will be in another video. I will tell you about accommodation, how to sort for your accommodation if you're coming to school in the UK, and what's the best option for you. So that will be in another video. But right now we are talking about how much you need to have in your account. So if you're studying outside London, you need to show £1,023 a month for 9 months. When I mean for 9 months, you have to show that this amount, nothing is taken out of it, but you can actually add something to it in your account. And when I checked the exchange rate, I calculated it by 750, because pounds to naira is 750, and I think that naira to pound, if you're doing through central bank, it will not be too different from 750. So I just use the 750 based on the exchange rate as at today that I'm making the video. So converting £1,023 to naira is 767,250 naira. So you have to times this 767,250 naira times 9 months. So you have to show that you have this amount in your account for 9 months. So for instance, if you're coming on your own, you have to show this proof of fund for 9 months, which is 767,250 naira for one person. So let me use myself as a case study. If my husband is coming to study in the UK and it's me and him, so he has to show this fund that he can look after himself, and also he can take care of me. So this fund, if you're coming, it's on each family member. If you're coming alone, you just have to show for yourself. But if you're coming with your partner, you have to show this fund times 2. So you have to show that you have this specific amount. It's £1,023 times 9 months for yourself and for whoever you're coming with. So instance, you have 2 children. So you have to show this proof of fund, £1,023 times for yourself, for your 2 children. So you have to show for 9 months. So a lot of people now, what they do, they don't actually come with everybody together. I don't know if you can get what I mean. Like, they don't come with everybody. If I'm married and I've got 3 children and I'm coming to the UK to study, so what I do, I try to show this fund for just myself, and when I arrive in the UK, I'll work and send money to show for maybe my partner, or send money for my children to show that I can actually take care of them, because it's still the same amount. Even if you're here and you're inviting your family to come, your children or your wife to come over, you will still have to show this proof of fund for each of them for 9 months. So if you don't have this proof of fund for each of them for 9 months, then your visa will not be granted. Now, you don't have to have this proof of fund for each of them for the whole, like, the 9 months in your account. You need it in your account for just 28 days. So what you can do, you can leave it in your account for 35 days. You don't go on that exact 28 days, and maybe on their record it looks like it's 27 days for your visa to be refused. And bearing in mind that you've actually paid for your visa, and if your visa is refused or is rejected, you will still have to pay that visa fee. So to avoid anything that will obstruct you from getting your visa, I would advise that you have to put this money in your account for 35 days. But though it says 28 days, but if you're able to do it for 35 days, at least you're rest assured that nothing is going to go wrong. So studying in the UK in central London is £1,334 a month. That is the living expenses you have to show for 9 months. And studying outside London is £1,023 every month for 9 months. So you have to show this proof that you can be able to take care of yourself for this 9 months. Once you show this proof, trust me, your visa will be granted. My advice is, when you're ready to come, try and see how you can source for fund. And try and look for schools that are outside London. I made a video on the top 10 cheapest universities. I've also found out more as I'm making research, so I'm still going to tell you about more of the universities I found out, and they are also outside London. So if you're coming in this September, or you're coming sometime in January, or you're coming during the mid-year, my advice is look for a school that is outside London, so that your living expenses that you need to show in your proof of fund will be cheaper and be lesser, and it will not be too much on you. And secondly, if the school too is cheap, it's even of advantage to you because you will end up not paying so much. Like most schools now, what they do, you don't have to pay the whole fee. I said that in one of my videos as well. You can check on my channel. You guys have made some videos about this particular topic. So most schools, you don't have to pay all of the fee. If you can pay £2,000, now I found that there is a school that can actually accept £2,000, which is 1.5 million. Then when you come, you pay the remaining balance. I just found that out a few days ago while I was doing my research. So I'm still going to talk about that particular school in my future video. But as it stands now, for everyone who has been asking me, oh, how much do I need to have in my account? Studying inside central London, you need to show a proof of £1,334 a month for 9 months for one person. And studying outside central London is £1,023 for one person. So you have to times that times 9, which is for 9 months, and that will tell you what you need to have in your account to show before you will go for your visa. Because if you don't have this money intact, trust me, you may end up applying for your visa and you won't get it, and you will have to go back. And for instance, if you have taken loan for this money to put in your account, you will still pay the interest rates, and you will still have to pay for visa fee, which is not necessary. For those of you who are planning to come this year, make sure that you leave this money in your account for at least minimum of 35 days. Don't do the exact 28 days because you never can tell where things may change. And try not to touch this money. If you have more money, make sure you add it to your account rather than going to withdraw from the account, so it doesn't change anything for you. And once you arrive here, you can start working. If you have a wife, you have children, you can start working. And especially when your school is on holiday, you can actually work. Once you work, you can raise some money and start saving for your family to come over. That is the easiest way to relocate. And like I said, you can apply for your visa 6 months before your study. Hold on, let me check that. Yeah, it says the earliest you can apply for a visa is 6 months before you start your course. You usually get a decision on your visa within 3 weeks. So you can actually apply for your visa 6 months before your course. That processing takes 3 weeks for you to get a decision whether you've been granted the visa or you have been refused the visa. So you can apply 6 months. So if you apply 6 months before your course and the visa comes, you can actually come 1 month before your course gets started and be working, because actually you're on holiday. You do your registration and maybe you can start working and be saving up some money to pay your rent and to pay other thing you need to pay for before school. Because once you start school, you will be distracted if you have to work too much, because you're allowed to work for only 20 hours a week. So you can't go above 20 hours. So you're better off like applying for your visa on time. Once it comes out, just like you can apply 6 months before the start date of your course, once it comes out and you're here, you can start working. You can come and start working. While you're working, school resumes, you go for your registration and you start your course. That's it. So it's nothing really much. This is just the breakdown of what you need to have in your account. And you need to have this money in your account for 28 days, according to what it says on government website. I'm not an immigration advisor or a consultant, but everything I'm telling you in this video are based on my research from the government website. So I'm not saying anything differently from the government website. So guys, I hope this video have been very, very helpful. If it has been helpful and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do not forget to hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. So until I see you in my next video, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day. Bye, and see you with another interesting content. Bye for now.